Hi once again. I still wasn't happy with the answer I gave when I was talking about the phone from Israel. I found out a few more bits and pieces which may be of interest. Also, looking more closely at the circuit itself reveals certain names which would indicate that this was in fact made in Israel rather than made in England. Yet some of the components I would say are definitely English, and it was certainly copied or made on the same lines as the 746. They did in fact make a 706 version as well, which I haven't got one of those yet, but I'm keeping my eyes open. The 706 version is, as I say, is very, very similar, but it has got a bell adjuster on the back. Now looking further down, oh no, now you stay down there. This pussycat is determined to not allow me to finish this. Anyhow, looking at the circuit board, I'd missed this the first time round. You've got a name there, Telrad, which is definitely an Israeli name. On the other side, if I can find it, I can't find it. I'm looking in the wrong spot. MRI. It's down there somewhere. There's another name, but it's in their own language. Anyhow, looking further in to the circuit, the two boards, and I'll show you the English version which we've got here, they're almost identical. The Israeli one, you've got a different component. You've got down there you've got thermistor, which is wired in, but not on the English version. The rest of it is more or less the same. And you've got your regulator, capacitor. All the terminations are the same, which, I don't know, it makes me think that certain parts were made in England, or the manufacturing side was transferred over to Israel. I don't really know, but I would say there was, I think, quite a close cooperation between BT, or in this case the GPO, to the administration out there, which is Telrad, but it's also Bezeq, Bezeq. They seem to be the largest telecoms company in Israel, and Telrad was also associated with them. Whether they were the same company, I don't know. But the phone we're looking at now is made by Telrad. The other difference is, I pointed this out before, is the dial, is the bell, which has got the normal standard bell, two or twinned coils, but it's put onto a regulator which does in fact operate and prevents the bell from ringing. So it goes from no bell to a low bell to a high bell. It's more or less seated the same way as the English version, which we're looking at now. So I think probably worked it out that it was either made under license, but it was definitely based on our 746. It's even got the newer case with the dip in it. I believe, as I said, it was dated 77, if I can remember rightly. My memory's not very good. I think it's yes, it's 1977 on the base. The diagram, which I'm now going to show you the right way round. When I showed it before, I think I had it upside down. Get the light on there so it's clearer. There's the diagram. Also showing there unusual plug. I haven't got one of those plugs. The wire just ends in spade terminals. It's a 2-wire connection. Although it does show it with 3 wires, but only 2 are used. Anyhow, I can definitely say the dial has got the trademark of I don't know if it's a reindeer or an animal on there. It's not very clear. Oh, it's there, and that's on the dial. The dial is very similar to our trigger dial. In fact, you could probably replace it with our one. They're that close. On the, which I also didn't notice, on the back of the case, you've got that same trademark of like a reindeer. Someone out there will be able to explain or fill in the things that I don't know or haven't covered. I will say the 2 bell gongs look to be identical. There's no number on them, so that is certainly different. All the other parts are the same. Even the case has been pressed out to exactly the same drillings for the holes and things. So I think, as I say, I've virtually covered this. So hopefully I can put this to bed, giving more information, more accurate information than I did last time. To recap, I would say that this was made with the help of the GPO, who was in close links with this company Bezeq Telrad. I would think that these boards were either, if they weren't entirely made in Israel, the parts had been supplied from England and they had been put together in Israel. Any more information on this would be interesting. It's always interesting to note that the twin bell is not the same as the English version of the unicoil bell, which I showed yesterday. So as I say, I'm pretty sure I've covered it all now. So any other information, please give. I haven't got the 706 type. I'm keeping my eyes open. At the moment they're a bit too expensive, but they do turn up. Anyhow, once again, thanks for putting up with me going on, but I had to get things straight, and I think by what I've said has probably explained what is going on. If anyone else out there, perhaps from Israel, you never know, who's got further information on these, please give us a shout. Anyhow, once again, thanks again. Thank you.